Nothing is what it seems. If you are awake, turned off Operation Mockingbird and followed the entire operation, you will understand most of these elites are gone. George Soros, Rockefellers, Rothschild, etc. Why is disinformation necessary? When white hats activate triple agents, turncoats, moles and sleepers, seemingly black hat operators, Anons and patriots go into confusion. Anons and patriots fight among themselves. When a seemingly black hat gray hat comes into the light and there's no immediate confirmation, this confusion of who is a black hat or white hat will continue. And the elevated anticipation will bring more tension among the patriots. Everything had to be this way, to keep hidden identities of white hat sleepers safe, and infiltrated inside world corporations. Including, inside the central banking system. There is a huge war inside the Pentagon, and inside the central banking system. Wires, white hats have taken control of the central banking digital currencies. It is backed by gold. The central world banking system, cabal-owned, was infiltrated. One of the Rothschild was flipped, and created chaos scare event inside the central banking infrastructure. And this tactic broke the system into divisions, which created a moment of insertion. To create a new system using Starlink. Starlink is much more than internet. It's military particle beam weapon, the power to control world grid, and it's connected to the new QFS. Gesara Nesara. Gesara Nesara is being implemented through the world in different countries in different ways. Not just China's Russia new system. This implementing of Gesara Nesara is being done in different ways through the world, and will all connect, once events are triggered. Endgame. There is a difference between the old world central banking system and the new digital central banking system. There is a reason why Musk invested billions into Starlink, that will connect world currency and run world banks together on Starlink. Everything you think you know about central banking system will change. The same people are not in charge. And many are quitting. The war is happening behind the scenes in the old central bank system. You will know the truth when you see the new system is backed by gold. There is a reason banks across the world are closing. And many cryptocurrencies banks will not register with the new Q system in the CBDC. White hats are in the control. Everything that we have been expecting of RV. Gesara Nesara to take down the old system. Has happened. But not like we thought. Infiltration was the key. There are so many moves behind the scenes. A well-placed plan. Trust only cryptocurrency that is backed by gold. Study. If you're an investor, this gold is connected to the QFS. Starlink has everything now. A crash is still coming. Many companies will go under across the world who did not register to the gold-backed system. When Trump was banned from Twitter, it created a ripple effect. From investments in markets to patriots getting angry at MSM. Jack Dorsey steps down. Ukraine war bankrupting deep state. Musk acquires Twitter. Behind the scenes. Trump social media, Twitter, Trump Donald Trump Jr. MXM, and other platforms are merging into a new truth platforms movement. From what I hear, Trump, Musk and even Dorsey are in on the Starlink system. QFS that will connect everything. Was Dorsey a white hat? Why is he Musk's best friend for over a decade? The takeover plan. Jack Dorsey, flipped. Turncoat. All moves that transpired for Musk to acquire Twitter, was deep in the works since 2016. This charade of Trump saying he will never return to Twitter is for effects. Many black hats were flipped in the past 5 years, no matter their crimes. They were placed inside game theory. Infiltration. Continuity of government. Laws of war. Devolution in effect. Many things that are happening now. will be explained in the long years ahead into many lifetimes. Just like the old wars and the stories of espionage and operations that were exposed till years later. Decades later, the stories kept leaking. There are so many things happening behind the scenes. It's truly a movie. Track CEO resignations, watch sell-offs into liquidity events. Think islands, Epstein, Biden, Winfrey, Depp, Branson, Nygaard and others plus many other scandals. What I can tell you is the Davos Group is finally figuring out they are highly infiltrated by white hats, triple agents, moles, surfacing everywhere. The stock market will be taken out with precision cyber attacks. Many things will be forced. Military is the only way. The largest stock market crash the planet will have ever seen. More and more payment platforms are currently going up around the world on the quantum financial system. Regulation guidelines for virtual assets are winding down. The next step will be to liquidate the business platforms that will make it possible to move money around and into technology, education, healthcare, science, and much more. Each day we are getting closer and closer to those sovereign gold bonds going live. Turkey is a big addition to the BRICS system as they will influence the Iraqi bank in their own country. Look for a renegotiation of their present contracts that will have to be correlated under new guidelines based upon liquidity provided by the sovereign gold bonds. The SGBs will liquidate the digital and paper currencies many of us hold from the East. This and one final piece of the puzzle will activate the new global economy under a digital asset-backed financial system. Update: Nasdaq 100 falls 13% in April, biggest monthly drop since 2008. After the largest stock market collapse in history. Will the stock market even remain? Which will be precision cyber attacks on cabal companies that link back to Executive Orders 13,818 and 13,848. The transfer of wealth must happen some way. Go and look up Elon Musk talking about UBI and what's coming. There are so many ways in the transfer of wealth. It all depends on your level of awakeness. Think dams, labs, Evergrande. BTC servers data center. When do you hit a dam? When the moon is at its darkest. Black Moon Celestial Event Saturday 30. Then May Day. There is just too much between today and May 9th. Saturday Black Moon. Sunday May Day, 55 tweet. Incoming attack. Monday May 2nd, crash. 3. May the 4 RCE be with you. May 6th Russia wanted IT finished. May 9th defeat over the Nazis in World War II. Precision cyber, do, rods of God. Remember Ever Given being turned sideways and drawing. Space Force Cyber took control of George. Rods of God for deep underground military bases aka DUMBs or tunnels and nuclear reactors. Designated energy weapon aka DO for things like Snow White, CIA computers, and BTC servers, oil and gas refineries amongst many other things. Naturally when the Commonwealth is dissolved, the world needs a new or let's say old makeup. Queen's death and social media blackouts. CME, cover for internet being taken down. Cover stories for 3-day event and 10 days of darkness. The reversal of the 1871 Act of England. The reversal of the Balfour Declaration. 1776 Common Law for all worldwide. 1950s prices. 1955 is the chosen year. Suppressed and quantum technologies. There is going to be a big biblical scenario, where they make out it's World War III, but really they are activating militaries, then bombing all of these satanic Luciferian landmarks. Enacting Gesara funds and we the people rebuild. What are some of the very big satanic Illuminati landmarks in the world? Vatican, Buckingham Palace, White House, USA, Germany, Three Gorges Dam in China. CERN on the Swiss-French border possible. Big Pharma in Wuhan equals Israel. Israel/Khazarians controls CCP. The media etc. 34 satanic buildings and dams will fall. Rods of God and dew. Worldwide planes and trains grounded. Lights and power switched off. Changing over to Tesla free energy. Bitcoin servers/data center hit and turned off for good. 99.5% of crypto gone. China coins. Enter ISO 20022 coins backed by precious metals. World War III scare event. Nuke sirens. Water event. Stock market crash. Global martial law. Castle Rock scenario. Julian Assange. Quantum systems. Project Odin switched on. Gesara Nesara RV. Election flipping via military courts. FISA. Military tribunals. Confessions 10-day movie. 3 times 8 hours sessions. 10 countries will be running EBS to cover the whole world. Reveals. Inauguration. The Israeli Mossad control the world's media out of the US. Attached is Q1871 outlining this. Project Odin, as mentioned by Ron Code Monkeys, is a powerful anti-deplatforming tool. Project Odin is part of Quantum Starlink. Our new quantum systems are to be protected by secret space programs out of the cabal's reach. Q2337 tells you Mossad media assets will be removed. Think people like Alex Jones, Anderson Cooper etc. and also Mossad satellites. Israeli intelligence, stand down. Media assets will be removed. This part of 2527 tells you that something powerful is going to knock out Mossad media satellites. This will black out the media worldwide, switch us over to the quantum systems. This is Project Odin. All in all, give the reason to activate the military EBS. If you look up the Turksat rocket that launched from the USA in January, you will see it was specifically for military comms to people's TVs and radios in Africa, Middle East, Europe and Central Asia. The event has many facets to it. The worldwide blackout to change over to Tesla energy. Knocking out media satellites, QFS, rods of God on dams and 34 buildings and much more. 34 buildings will be in the event. They are very significant. White House, Royal Castles, Buckingham Palace, Vatican, Getty Museum, Playboy Mansion, and the like. This will surely make the stock market collapse, as will Precision Cyber linked to Executive Orders 13,818 and 13,848. It is all a show. Swapping from Rothschild central bank notes to rainbow treasury notes, now backed by precious metals, not oil or wars. Are we still comfy? Or are we scared? A little bit of both is normal. Trump keeps his promises. Have faith in the Lord our God. He will comfort you through the storm. Who saw in January up to 10 countries at once have their power all turned off by the Space Force. Just before that, Israel had that happen for 30 minutes too. If they can turn off 10 at once, all together, they can do the whole lot. Welcome to Tesla. Blackout necessary. Have a look at all the global military exercises now being put in place. It's all happening in front of you. It's the largest global military operation in planet Earth's history. Transition to Gesara Nesara greatness. Now they just have to play out a fake World War III scenario to ring sirens in every national military command center. This is to justify to the whole entire planet many things that have been taking place already, the fact that Gesara military law has been in place. The secret military tribunals, confessions etc. the executions the lot. And like all militaries normally do, they will help build new things. No longer will third world nations be third world nations. God plans. Yet stupid people in Western countries are so blind and ignorant. Remember the US Space Force anti-satellite weapons they showed you? Kaboom! The event. It's biblical.